back in Ringenberg. When the Israelites came to the Red Sea, that was a time of testing. They couldn't go back or around. They had to go through. Many of you may be familiar with this poem by Annie Johnson Flint. Have you come to the Red Sea place in your life, where in spite of all you can do, there's no way out, there's no way back, there's no other way but through? Then wait on the Lord with a trust serene till the night of your fear is gone. He will send the wind, he will heap the floods, when he says to your soul, go on. In the morning watch neath the lifted cloud, you shall see but the Lord alone, when he leads you on from the place of the sea to a land that you have not known. And your fears shall pass as your foes have passed. You shall be no more afraid. You shall sing his praise in a better place, a place that his hand has made. This summer, the Lord was gracious to allow me to spend some extended time with my aunt, a godly lady who's been one of my mentors. The Red Sea in her life has been family. She and one of my parents grew up separately in different adopted families. I did not get to meet my aunt till I was 9. Through the years, I've known bits and pieces of the biological family tree, but my aunt was able to share more information with me this summer. And God definitely plucks people out of the fire and rescues them. Isaiah 46:4 says, I have made you, I will carry you, I will sustain you, and I will rescue you. I shudder to think where my parents would be or where I would be if God had not rescued us and redeemed our lives from the pit. Most of my biological aunts, uncles, and cousins have lived lives that have been wrecked by sin. Some have lost their lives because of their choices. Each of us that God has saved by his grace has a testimony, one that can only be explained by the fact that God has a plan and a purpose for us. I'm thankful that my aunt is a trophy of God's grace. Another lady that God allowed me to spend a lot of time with this summer and this fall is the lady I call Grandma Pat. Now, she's not a blood relative, but I've known her for over 20 years, and she had many Red Sea times in her life. She's been a mentor that prays for me, prays with me, and counsels me to follow the Lord. When I discovered that I would need to move quickly this summer, I'm very thankful that my best friend was in town, along with advice from Grandma Pat and others that helped me to find just the right place to live. My hope was to buy a house of my own, but that was not God's will for me just yet. He provided a basement apartment for me that was close to work in exchange for a low rent for helping and caregiving for the landlady upstairs. I'm praying for wisdom how to relate to her as she has some memory difficulties and different situations come up sometimes. But I know that God is still guiding me through my Red Sea, and where he guides, he will provide.
Good, Rebekah. Thank you.